What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 7. So, when we closed out last episode, we wrapped up at Illick River Cave. Now, this is what we're going to be getting into this episode, everything here in your waterfront, and this will take you on out to the Cerulean Coast. With that in mind, from Dragon's Pit Terminus, we could also get access to an area called Sharo's Hidden Grave. Now, this is an area we will be doing very soon, so I would like to go ahead and get this unlocked for you guys. Now, as soon as you go out, there's nothing really going on. We're going to eventually run up on a really big dragon that we're going to have to take him down. But as far as items, there's just nothing here. So what you're going to do is start going down the main path. Then before you go for the big dragon over there, shoot over here to the right-hand side. There's a note that revolves around a quest line over here. Now, I've always interacted with it, so I don't know if, it's going to interfere with the quest. If you don't, I wouldn't take the chance. So just, go over, interact, Bill, O Terra Incarnate. Again, I stand up for ye. So once you interact with that, I know for a fact will be good. But when we were on this path, we met the crazy fucker who was like screaming about Bale. It's going to relate to his quest line here in a bit. And once you got that, we're going to head on down and go spank a big dragon. This one's not one of your Ghost Flame dragons. He is similar. He's, more of a lesser drake than like an ancient dragon. So with that in mind, he's still very dangerous. A lot of fire, a lot of lightning, your typical thing. Now, the dragon sword we're using, like I said, is more of a tool than a weapon for most people. Like, despite your build, you should probably upgrade this for dragons because it has that gravelstone aura. This is going to target dragons and just help put them down. But I would think of it like how Sacred Blade is, where it's more of a tool than a weapon, although it is a weapon to carry you. If you're doing quality, it's something that is really nice for you, but it's something that everybody's going to want to have because it does so good. Even when you're not using the buff, you're getting really nice damage off because of the gravel stone. Just stop. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, right by your head. Oh, I never missed that dodge. What a dick. Yeah, I never missed that dodge. There's a whole flat walk, never missed that dodge. I call bullshit. They get like an afterburn. Oh well. If you want to run away, I'll get you in my afterburn. Yeah, his damage output's absolutely ridiculous at times. So, be cautious of it. I typically don't like spamming Ashes of War because I think you'll never get good that way. But, it is the gravelstone aura that you're sending off at a dragon, so, it does quite nicely. Nope. That's how you need to use this. Then, it's good too, since it's actual talk, you still get that buff off too, you're still getting that off. So, back, you guys know the drill. Caught enough of these fuckers by now, I would assume. Right by his head. Oh, you coward. Yeah, it's so weird. I never missed that dodge. I've missed it twice now. Oh well. It happens, I guess. Either way, guys, you're going to go take him out, get the usual rewards. 90,000, Dragon's Heart. Dragon Scale Flesh is new. This is a consumable that kind of works like Radagon Sword Steel, where it gives you like +5 to health, stamina, strength, and dex. So, it's quite nice. Now, obviously, we don't have the map yet. That is going to be coming very shortly. So, from here, make sure I get turned around because this happens a lot. As you go down, this is the way we were facing going down. Over here on the left is going to bring you to Jagged Peak. That's the dragon region I was referring to earlier on. This we don't want to do till late. Even if you could get to it, which most people don't really struggle, even with the high level character, it's really up there. There is a painting that we don't have until we do the Shadow Keep, so we don't want to do this yet. However, if you go straight, that's going to be a dead end. So what we want to do is just go to the right. This is right where you came down, can't miss it, just go to the right. Don't fuck with these big sheep. They're actually much more dangerous than you might realize. I'm telling you, it'll fuck you up. They do that really crazy roll where they're using lightning, but it's like super buffed up in the DLC, and they'll fuck your shit up. What is it? This side? I think it was the right side. Doesn't matter. It's really not much, but you can work your way up to the right. I thought it was the left, but it seems to be the right side. Have some like dragon undead folks. hit like a truck, apparently. God, even their spells are just out fucking outrageous. So just, kind of clear up our area. There's really, nothing going on here, though. I guess they just kind of tie into the lore of the place more than anything else. What are you doing? Thank you. We don't need gestures right now. Don't need gestures. But, like I said, you don't really get anything from it. Just want to show it off. Kind of clear it out as we go. So we know our areas are clear. We're not missing items, but the only real item is right here. So it was on the right hand side. Alright. I saw the guys on the left. I thought it was mixed up. But yeah, there's one item as you go on down. It was on the right hand side, so I was right. Red Burglar Bloom. So this is a really rare crafted resource. It's going to get you some pretty cool stuff here in the DLC. New weapons that are specifically meant, once again, to target dragons. They're like consumable weapons, like spears you'll throw out. As soon as you go down, you're going to see a structure. Over here on the right, you get a cookbook. So that's Egon's cookbook. Egon's all about dragon and dragon hunting. So his cookbook, it's going to give you the same options. Alright, so as you go on down, you're going to meet a new NPC. She's a friendly. She's like a dragon in human-ish form. She's still very much a dragon, but you're going to be a side of Grace right here. And you can go talk to her. Her quest line can lead to different things, weapons, spells, dragon form. We'll get into this later.
It would be the fullest and your.
So she's pretty much saying that you could partake in dragon communion here, but in a different manner. Instead of like getting incantations, it's a buff similar to what Thea was giving you. So devour draconic essence.
There you will find Lampbow, devour. I will grant in the name of my.
So she serves Blasudasax. Blasudasax and Bale are enemies. Mortal enemies. That's how Blasudasax lost his head from Bale. Well, that will get into the lore here in a bit. We're not doing this just yet, but she does give you blessings that you can go down and use, just like the main game of where it just gets you a buff, so it's pretty nice. Now, her quest line comes later, like I said. Right now, we're just gaining access to the region. Now, if you were to go over to the right-hand side, we're going to go to the lower portion. You're climbing over that really big dragon you guys saw from the distance. Right here is your dragon harpoons. So, dragon communion harpoons. This is going to really just be another way of damaging dragons. So what she wants you to do is go take out Bale. Because this is, Blasudasax's enemy. I guess she doesn't know he's dead or that we killed him just yet. But, we'll just kind of get into this later on. Right now, just right around. There's some decent stuff here. So as you go, you're kind of sticking to the right in between the dragon. You see this red area? Well, that's Char's hidden grave. This is a undead zone. But before we go down, we're going to just try to jump up here to your left-hand side. See all the dead dragons laying around. Right here, dragon communion grease. So if you notice, it's not Dragon Wound anymore, it's Dragon Communion. So that is going to be the upgraded form of that for the DLC. Like I said, you had Mesmer's Fire Grease, Royal Magic Grease, which I don't think you've seen yet. Then you have Dragon Communion Grease, which, replace your Dragon Wound. Alright, so now that you got that, we can just kind of backtrack here. And I know I got turned around, because that's not right. There it is. Either way, guys, from here, we're just going to drop on down. You've made it to Char's hidden grave. One of my favorite areas that, when you're on a blind run, you're exploring, and then you find this really cool. So it's behind the dead dragon. And what Char's hidden grave is just an area filled with undead. So you have mariners, death birds. You haven't seen your death bird yet. Don't worry, he's here. They're all here. Now, once again, we're not doing this area just yet. Not until we get the map. We want to see what we're doing a bit. We'll get that later this episode. So Char's hidden grave will be next episode. Get some really good stuff here. Like, if you like Death's Poker, but, you don't like Like you like the abilities, but you don't like that weapon. We're gonna get the Death Poker Asher Boar, where you get all those special abilities. You can put on whatever the fuck you want. It's super cool. Um, but there's got a lot of great things. Just we're not doing it yet. Since we are doing it next episode, it's gonna get set up for it. And then when it comes to the Cerulean Coast, we're really just going to go down there to access that. But we can't do that yet because we need to trigger an event. But either way, now that we have this, just makes life easier later on. So with all that done, we're going to jump back to Elec River Cave. Now, this is what we're actually working on this episode. So when you get into the cave and you make it to the river, you're going to be presented with a fork in the road where you can either go right or you can either go left. So, well, it's actually more straight on the map. It's left. You see, you come out right or left. Now, going to the left is Cerulean Coast. We don't want to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to go over here to the right-hand side. Now, there is quite a bit of crafting, and probably 90% of what you're going to get. There's also 2 talismans, there's runes, I mean, there's all types of stuff. I think you could just stay on the horse, but I guess since, this is the main focus of the episode, we can just take our time, clear as we go, make sure we're not missing items. Because you do, I mean, you got stuff on the left, you got stuff on the right, there's kind of shit everywhere. Most things are inconsequential, to say the least, but still. I think it's late day, isn't it? Yep, late night. Now, as soon as you get here, you're going to see your best bud in the world. Also, Red Tree Spirit should be jumping up at your ass any second now. And with it, what do you do? 360 spin that time? Jesus, bud. Yeah, it got locked in. Yeah, if you're not timing, it's like there's a rhythm to this fight. If your timing's off when you attack, he's going to hit you with the next thing. You know what I'm saying? We have all done this fight 1,000 times. It's a really unique utility item. Run away from that one. Damn, I didn't know we could get knocked right out of that one. Very similar to what was in the base game with Mo. I'm sorry, not Mo, but Morgot. So that's right here. So something very similar. We'll shut it off. Do the big roar. But this time, it's like giving you like spells above your head, and I think it does scale too. So yeah, you're scaling on Int and Faith DD. So it's like a Faith version of that spell that you get from mages with all the little swords above your head. So pretty cool. Just kind of fire off one by one. Not bad. I know I got turned around because I always do. So we're slightly going to the right. All right. Yeah, I always get turned around there. Now, once we got that done, what we're going to be doing is just hitting the little side areas here. We may have already passed it. Maybe on the right when we were going down. But you're going to see these little nooks. We're just doubling back. I just really need that Ultra Tree Spirit down. Yeah, we're good. I'm just making sure. Because if you get focused on doing that other shit, it doesn't do that much damage. But it's just extra damage. Yeah, you get focused on grabbing those items, Ultra Tree Spirit's probably going to put you down. Yeah, at the end of the day. That's what I said. We're going to go for him first. And, if we need to double back, we double back. We got the rune, we got the Baron. eventually you're gonna see a lot of flies. For real? Are they immune to gravel stone? I didn't think they were. Must have been going right over the head or something. I'm like, I don't remember them being immune. Eventually you're gonna start seeing a bunch of flies. That's how you know you're getting, where you want to be. There's not much. There's a few items. Did we get the, Okay, I think it was the last pillar. There's like a... Oh, yeah, that was where your rune was. Yeah, there's like a collapsed pillar of the rune, so we already got that. We're good. Because there's not much here. There is fly mold to the right. If you guys want to go pick it up, you can. I'm not, that worried about it. You got your pile of corpses, silverhorn tinder. Then eventually, like I said, a bunch of empty space for the most part. Eventually, you're going to get on over here, stick to the right, and you're going to see this big-ass crab. Well, this crab needs to be taken down, because beyond that waterfall, you can go back there, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a talisman. However, there's like a really big worms over there, and if you get boxed in by him and them, you're probably dead. You're probably dead, so. Mentioning this again, highly, highly recommend you take him down. Remember, don't fuck with the worms. You smack one, they're all done for you. It's not a good time. It's not fun at all. This guy gets you the two-headed turtle talisman, similar to the turtle talisman from the main game, but now it's going to boost stamina regeneration even more so. So really good for probably strength build or even dex if you're hitting off a lot of really big combos. Now from here, I can't pull up my map, can I? Alright, so from here, that was like right there at the waterfall. We're going to curve around and kind of go to this outside edge for another bell bearing that's hanging. And then we're going to hit a little cave like right around here. You're just going on out to the right. And then your cave should be right here. Yep, so there's your cave. Like I said, it's like right here. You guys really need a marker. But we're going to get that on the way back. So right now, it's like right there. We are going to need a ranged option. Hell, our weapon might be hidden. We can't lock onto it, but... Ah, that was cheap. Yeah, that's why we just put on a damn bow. We can control where our shot goes, at least. Oh, I put on the damn great bow, didn't I? Son of a biscuit. And there you go. Mushroom Seller's Bell Bearing. So we have two bell bearings. We got one last episode, and obviously we just got this one. That's why I didn't turn it in yet, because I knew we had another one coming really, really soon. Alright, so this cave's fun. You guys are going to love this one. You're going to love this one. Rivermouth Cave. So there's really big arcane enemies you've been facing. You got the blood loss and do all the bullshit. Well, this place is filled with them. Like, at the end, we actually will fight like 16 at the same time. It can be pretty rough, to say the least. Mostly, for the time being, it's just like wolves, though. It's like most caves, you're kind of in and out, but towards the end of it can be quite deadly. Quite dangerous. Go to the right side first. Wait your turn. Alright, we got it. Now we're gonna, start getting towards the back half already. It's okay, really short. So when you come in here, that little platform you see, we're gonna get to that from another way. Firstly, it's gonna take these guys down. If you fall later, they're not still alive. Sneaky little fucker. Alright, make sure you got all your drops. Now we're going to climb this. So when you drop, the ground's going to break. You're going to see item, but you're not going to grab it here. Drop. Now, there is going to be a split. So when you go down, If you stick to the left-hand side, that takes you to the back half of the cave. Like, that'll wrap around. Look how many of those guys are down there. Look at that shit. Yeah, bro. We have to kill every single one of them. And for my count, I think there's 16, 17 of them. Dang it. That ability melts them. They must have some dragon blood. I don't know. Did quite well, though. But either way, before we, get to the main path, we're going to go on down. Not that it's super rewarding, but, needs done. Fucking shoot out. I know it's one out. Whoa, shield, what are you doing? What's the shield for? What's the shield? Probably the most infuriating fucking thing in the game when I know I'm holding down that one. Because, obviously I'm going to know when I'm holding the fucking button. But I'm getting hit with a goddamn shield up. I don't know why, but that infuriates me beyond belief. Like, it fucking pisses me off, man. I don't like dying to mistakes that I'm not making. If I'm holding the shield and I'm getting hit, that's not a mistake. The mistake would be not holding the shield, So that shit pisses me off. Getting stuck in a corner, my shield not working, stuff like that really irks me. And I can't help it, Alright, y'all, let's do it again. Do it again. No, it's only one alpha. Whatever reason, he didn't come down like he typically would. It's not rushing. There he is. Yeah, usually he jumps out, but I think maybe I got forward too much. Okay, prick. Now you want to do one fight. Yeah, try to do that. Thank you. Great Katana's moveset's a little different. Really slow. Really fun weapon, but yeah, slow moveset. Gotta be a little bit more calculated. But either way, guys, that's just gonna bring you full circle. So, if you really wanted to, I guess, you could jump over there. And probably be quicker, honestly, just go through it again. But yeah, you can just jump on down. Go through it again, this time don't turn right. Alright. So now we got to go through and line all these fuckers up. This is, it's the fun part, because like I said, it's like 16, 17 of them. So we've already taken one out, and we'll count. There's a lot. Check it out. So this will be number 2. Easy ass backstab to get. Now there's a few that buff the others. There's, the few that do Moog special abilities, raising the spear into the air, getting blood loss off of it. I'll usually just choke point the bastards. That's what I'll typically do. You're done. We're going to bring a couple back at once. Just try to choke them. Line them fuckers up. And lost count, damn it. But I know for a fact there's 16, 17. It's a lot, a lot of straight up elite ass enemies. They're all elite enemies. Alright, so before we go any more forward, if you just stick over here to the left hand side and kind of turn around. It's like blood loss crafting items. Alright, fellas, line it up. Line it up. He's like, you know, the biggest, beefiest one. He's going to take a little bit more to put down. And we're really short on resources here, unfortunately, for the boss. So the boss is a really big version of these guys. Blood flame, so you can like throw blood flame out in front of your face and make it explode. You gotta watch out for that. But he's doing a lot of the shit Moog was doing. Honestly, it's nothing you haven't seen before. It's just on a different enemy. So he's gonna try to do physical combos, big jump, big charge counter. Just, you know, make sure you're at the end of the combo. Thank you. I am rocking stone barb, so if you're not very, you know, staggered, it's easy. It's probably one. Blood flame. You. Shield. Try to stay alive. Oh, it is easy though, yeah. I thought the blood loss proc. It did. It was starting to build up, but it didn't actually proc. Now, when he does the blood flame, guys, as you see, if you stick right in front of him, it's not going to hit you. It's only with back up. And that's going to get you one of those douchebags as a summon, which is quite nice. You know, that is the variant with the pitchfork that does all the blood loss, does Moog's special ability. Not on the same level, but, you know, his special ability nonetheless. So either way, now that we got that, the easiest thing to do is just jump back to the river cave. Alright. Looks like we're a little short for a level. Like 50,000 short. That's 25 of it right there. That's 235. We might be able to pull it off. If not, it'll at least get us a good start towards the level. Oh no, that's another 30,000. 265. More levels. Might actually be able to pull it off. Alright. So this time, pretty much the same thing, but instead, we're just going to be going to the left-hand side, working the other portion of the river. Now, remember, we have Bell variant from last episode we didn't turn in. Bell variant from this episode we didn't turn in. But believe it or not, even though they're like super spaced out, typically, we're about to get another. So, like I said, we'll just wait towards the end of the episode, we'll get it. Just be really cautious because it's not just about undershooting. You could overshoot so easy here on your jumps, guys. Thank you. That's a pretty cool crackpot recipe. It gets you these pots, the hefty pots, but what they're gonna do is they can actually do a lot of stagger damage. And if you guys want to just kind of see what's behind you, there's like a somber 6. I think it's the next drop, but just so we're actually, you know, clearing this stuff up as we go through, it's not gonna hurt. Be certain. I think this one is empty though. Yeah, that's the empty one. Just double check. That's the empty one. There's one dropper we will have to turn around. I think it's like right under us, but you'll see a big lobster, so you'll know which one it is. And over here we can get a somber. Thank you. Or there's another fucker. Yeah, they're lower down. Okay. Sometimes so much of it, although a lot of these areas look so different, sometimes they're similar, and it throws me off about item placement. In my notes, I put down what's here as far as where I try to remember that stuff. You know, like I know it's here in the region around these towers, but my location might be a little off. There's our somber. And that should be good. Alright, so from this point, we're just going to get back on Torrent. Right down here. Where this doesn't look right. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, right down here, we should just be working backwards. Should see a big, yeah, there he is. Big crawfish, lobster, whatever you want to call him. He's here. These guys are just as bad as always. So delayed. Staggered. Damn, we hit you with 2 axes before and a jump pad. There it is. There's not an enemy I hate more than this enemy. That thing is like the hardest in the game. Everyone bitching about room bears. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Room bear ain't shit compared to this guy. Ain't shit. I never struggled with them anyways, even when I was like newer to the games. This is my first Souls, like when it originally came out. Since I beat all of them, but you know, it was my first, and I was so intimidated by all the shit I heard about room bears from people online, and then I fought one. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Literally, just circle to the right, dodge, charge heavy, repeat. Like they're not hard, but the fucking crawfish, what? Those dudes suck. Especially if you guys remember the Capitol, under the Capitol rather. Yeah, good fun, man. Good fun. They're fucking brutal, brutal." Alright guys, either way, as you go on down, we'll get our side of grace. Now what we're really doing now is just working a transitional zone up to the Cerulean Coast. Now once again, I mean we can even do most of the Cerulean Coast, but we can't do all of it. So we're probably just going to be putting it off. Oh, you can't see the map yet. We showed you off the cliff what it looks like. It's that like really pretty blue area. Well, there's an underground portion to it where you eventually get into St. Trina's quest line, which is really cool. And then you have a boss, but it's like blocked off until you trigger this huge world event. So we're gonna get access to the area, but we can't do it just yet. So he's gonna mention the coffin that'll like transport you. This coffin is a bit up the road. Is the next one? Yeah, it is the next one. Alright, so it's good. Roll on down. It's gonna be another little drop where you gotta jump pillar to pillar. We are gonna need a bow for this, so we can get our bell bearing. We might as well leave it on at this point, but after this, our next bell bearing isn't like for a long time. So. Run, jump. Run, jump. Alright, so there's your bell bearing. You can hit it from here, but you can't get it until you actually drop from the bottom. Not from, but to the bottom. But we can go ahead and, I swear I just put this on. Does it matter where it's slotted? I never used a bow, so if it's slotted in the secondary spot, I don't know where that is. And we could actually keep it on too, guys. That's a lot going now. That's a lot going. So, like I said, it's not gonna be for a little bit longer. I ain't too worried about it. Either way, we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop, take a little bit of damage, not much. Then with that, you can get your mushroom. Now these are bell bearings to get both new mushroom types. If you remember, our last one was a mushroom peddler's bell bearing 2. However, one is for red flesh mushrooms, one's for white flesh mushrooms. These are items that you can only find in the DLC. Now when we go over here, what I like to do is stick to the far left hand side. You're going to meet your next forager brew. So this is going to be your second cookbook for those trying to keep track. There's 6 or 7. I got to check later notes because it's like towards the very end of Scadu Altus, right before Mesmer, we find the last one. So. But either way, this is before you go interact, you get your next cookbook. This one is going to craft lightning proof pickled liver. Yeah, this area right here, this transitional area we're doing is all about lightning. Now if you just stick to the coast on the left hand side, right here is going to be your lightning perfume bottle. Now this strictly does lightning, strictly goes with space, if I recall, or the dex, it's one of the two. Dex space, but it's strictly lightning. It's not getting no physical damage at all, physical skilling at all. I mean, we'll deal with this prick. This one's bad. So the other ones weren't doing it. Look what he's doing. So he's gonna blow these fireballs out. They will chase you around and they'll one-shot you. Not on their own. They're all gonna hit you. And it's gonna wipe you out completely. So let's get set up for this fight. And if you want to shut that down, all you gotta do is smack his leg, and then he'll just get back into his stomps. But pretty much anytime you get too much range, that's what he's gonna be doing. Either way, guys, going straight on through is going to get you the beautiful Cerulean Coast. Now, before we do anything else, what we're going to be doing is getting this map fragment, because not only is this going to give us Cerulean Coast, but it's also going to give us Char's Hidden Grave for next episode. So that's what we want to do. So what we're going to be doing is just going straight back and then curve around to the left-hand side. As you go down here, and this is a really dope area, some pretty cool stuff, which we'll get, but if you guys want to explore, but the main thing is as you go down, you're going to see an island with a couple goodies. Don't run for them, because what's going to happen is a ghost dragon's going to come out of nowhere and one-shot you to death. You tribute. Yeah, there is. And then, well, there's no other game like Elden Ring. I can't say enough. There's nothing like this out there. I remember because FromSoft was more of a niche gaming company, and then Elden Ring blew them up. Way bigger than what they were. And AAA studios weren't used to the attention, that a smaller, lesser known studio was getting. And they hated so much of this game. Like, I don't know why players like this. Like, that's it. Because you don't understand. This is fucking cool. You don't get this from nothing else. You know what I mean? Super cool seeing just a dragon come out of fucking nowhere. Fucking dragon, bro. I don't know. Shit like that for me just never gets old. Either way, guys, as we get up here, get your next scatter tree fragment right here. And I know there's skidoo tree. I just think it sounds weird for anyone tuning in late. What's a scatter tree? Well, I don't want to sound like I'm making up words. That's what it is. So I abandoned here my doubts of acclimatation. Um, Now with that, let's check. I think we might be short, but usually by the time yeah, we're short. Usually by the time we do our run around, so pretty much like we did here, our first episode, we ran around, got you guys a few fragments, get you up to +4 right at the start, right? Well, when we knock out our optional areas, and then we go knock out Castle Incest and work into the Skidoo Altus up here, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be able to do another run around, and we'll probably be at like plus fucking 8 or 10. You know what I mean? So it'd be super cool. But it's gonna be a bit. Either way, guys. Now that you got your map, we're gonna go over everything you see and areas you can't get to. So we'll start from far right. This is Jagged Edge or Jagged Peak. Sorry. This is your dragon region, and all it really is a trail. You go like through here, and there's like a couple dragons you kill, and you're climbing up a mountain, solve a painting, fight a boss right here. It's really dope. It's an optional area, but I think this is like one of the most highest level things in the DLC. So we're gonna do that like right before our last legacy dungeon. That's when a good point is. So after Shadowkeep is when we do that. Then aside from that, you have the Finger Ruins. There are 3 Finger Ruins within the game. They tie to a quest line. They're essentially empty. There is fucking nothing. Nothing here. You go to the center of the fingers, you get a talisman. Besides that, the whole shit's empty. The whole thing. And it's cool too. Finger Ruins. Yeah, it's really cool. There's just nothing there. And then obviously you have the Cerulean Coast, which we are right now. Now looking at the map right here, this leads you underground for a boss fight in St. Trina's questline. But until we trigger a world event, which won't trigger until, once again, the Skidoo Altus, we can't do that. So we're just going to put this whole area off and do it all at once. And then obviously we have Charlotte's Hidden Grave after that. So next episode we'll be doing like Charlotte's Hidden Grave. And then from there, we'll do Castle Incest, knock out everything here until we trigger a world event. Then we could, jump back, finish this off, do our Finger Ruins quest, and, be heading on out from there. So pretty much we just got to wait on a world event for this, and we just want to really wait because of the difficulty with this section over here. So as far as getting set up for next episode, we'll be jumping over to Charlotte's Hidden Grave. But I do want to go ahead and take out this fucking Furnace Golem because he is so exhausting. Now, I don't think we really have the items right now to get better strategy. When the DLC first came out, what you just picked up was lightning perfume bottles. There used to be a crazy ass Shavor you'd get for this. And it would just like stun lock him and stagger him and just fucking eat through his health really quickly. It would stagger him left and right. Well, we don't even get that Astral War for a bit, and I'm pretty sure it's been patched. So, go in here, whatever you want to do. But to me, this was one of the more difficult ones because all the fireballs are chasing you around. You got to know when to get in, when to get out, when to summon torrent, when to get about your business. So we're gonna do Stone Barb. Obviously, that's gonna be. There is no better tier 3 class than that, and you can go whack on them a bit. So if you just run from the fireballs all the time, you'll probably keep doing it. So obviously, start hitting on them, then you're gonna have to avoid the fireballs and come back. But if you don't start smacking on them, they'll probably just keep spamming them. There you go. Now we can, get it to the fight. I like to do this on foot. To each his own. You guys do what works for you. But yeah, I like to do this on foot. Oh, right into that. No, it should go no damage. Thank God. Yeah, I forgot about our setup we did last time. Putting on the damn dagger talisman so we get more critical damage. I don't even think we need that anymore. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It's just because we were using that really big great hammer. I literally spec'd into that just to show that off for you guys. I didn't even have any intention of using it. I promised we'd show up some DLC stuff. Alright, so Dagger Talisman, we got Rules Night Resolve on our Mozic boards. We get the 140 crit. World Knight's Resolve for extra 80% damage on critical hits. And then we have the Dagger Talisman for critical hits. Stone Bar. Like I said, I don't see a better step than that. I'm trying to think what to use. As much as I love that katana, it's going to be pretty slow to put off the damage. But maybe if we, two-hand this weapon, it'll be better. Alright, let's get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Remember what I said? They're like, that's ridiculous when you have a chance. I think you have a fucking chance on that one. You see what I'm saying? Why I said it's the most difficult one. I was not fucking playing about that. And it's just because it's literal horse shit the way the fight's set up, I think. It's a small area. You got fireballs chasing you down. You got a fucking crab boxing in. He's kicking rocks while the fireballs are still chasing you. So if you notice, I couldn't even see what he was doing. I mean, literally helpless. Yeah, so it's just kind of bullshit, I think, in my opinion. Not saying it's too hard for anyone who wants to talk shit. I'm not saying that. But the setup is shit. There's no denying that. There ain't no denying that. The setup is really shitty. You can do that ability. Don't fucking pick fire at him too, like you're doing now. Because I can't see you do it. If I can't see you do it, I can't protect myself. It's not a fair fight. I've had times where he just spam this the entirety of the fucking fight. That is horrible. Special abilities are not meant to be spammed. You see that? That double hand. That's what I told you guys before when we were using the light great sword. That the best thing you do, because I don't think it's so much that the heavy damage you're putting on, but just damage in general. So if you're sitting here, you got a weapon in each hand, you're gonna get the daggers off more often. Look at that, yeah, bro, this is the ticket. I was just kind of fucking off with it. I wasn't even sure, but no, this is the ticket for sure. I was trying to use our action forward to dodge, but it didn't line up, I guess. I know you can beat on them for a while. I get that, but it doesn't really do that much damage, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, you see that big burst that comes out? That's what I told you guys. That he does double jump. Just get on torrent. Don't be hardhead like me. I was trying to see if I could get away with it. Couldn't. You see what I'm saying? It's just really frustrating, man. It's such a frustrating fight, all in all. I don't care for them. They're tedious. They're a chore. No one thinks, oh, Furnace Golem, I love this fight. Like, no one thinks that, bro. Yeah, they really irritate me. I do apologize. I know no one wants to hear it, but they piss me the fuck off. I don't like them. If I gotta sit there and fight you for 10 fucking minutes every time, it's just, yeah, no one cares for it. That means every attempt too, you get killed, you sit there and fight for 15 minutes, guess what you're doing for another 15 minutes? You die twice, you're fighting the guy for 45 minutes. I mean, you gotta pop him 3 times for one critical hit too. And look at him spamming it, he's doing it the second fucking time. We'll get it, y'all. I'm gonna keep my patience. I do apologize. Like I said, I know no one wants to hear that shit, but I've always felt this way about them. The first time I made it to the DLC and I fought them, I thought it was really cool, even all the work it took. Then you get further into the DLC, you fight a few of them, and it is. It's just repetitive. It's like, oh, it's really cool the first time, But after that, and then there's like one unique one where you have to fight them from the top. Actually, it happens twice, but it's a more unique fight. It's different. But this, it's just not, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, very repetitive. Like, we've already done this. Can we do something different? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fight regular. It's usually not a one shot. Usually Torrent takes the hit and, I might be just be pulling the plug on this guy and come back later. We have enough time to fight him one more time. That's it. That's all we got. So I guess we'll just come back later. It's regrettable how they decided to make this fight. I feel like the first one was easier too because you had the big open field. The way this is set up, you're just kind of in this narrow water space. You didn't even see us yet, you're already doing your bullshit. Isn't it great, man? Isn't it great? We've already died to this guy more times than we died the entire base game walkthrough. Like, not even close. We hardly died at all with that. There's something killed us there like 3 times. I forgot what it was. It was something like this. It wasn't even the fire giant. It was, we got him first try even. That's what I'm saying. Like, we had such a smooth walkthrough. If you beat the fire giant first try, smooth walkthrough. But this is crazy. If you don't smack him to really start the fight, he'll just keep spamming it. You're too far, you're gonna aggro the crap. The other start. Yeah, he's doing it again. See what I'm saying? Bad fight for that. I swear to God, if he does it the 3rd time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Don't have the time to get away from that double jump. Oh, he's spamming it. I was thinking how bad it would start if he didn't spam that, It'd be so bad if he didn't spam the special attacks. good thing. If you get that pop, and he's trying to do this bullshit, it will knock him right out of it. Oh, followed up. He doesn't always do that. Ooh. Yeah, so the other one don't do damage like that, bro. Not while you're sitting here on torrent. Fuck. You might take torrent out, but he's not one-shotting you and torrent. Like, that's not a thing. In the air. Gotta love it. That makes sense. If I jump over something, it's definitely get it. You know? That does make sense. Makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't that make perfect sense? Dumbass. You weren't even in front of you. Oh, charge attack. Watch out for that damn follow-up. You're done. Alright, about time. So through all the irritation, the raging, everything else, we got it. We got it. I don't need that fucking critical. Alright, so you're gonna get fucking tears and furnace visits. Blah blah blah. That's a good one though. I'm pretty sure it like eliminates all stamina consumption. Well, it's only for like 10 seconds is the thing. You know what I mean? Then look at the souls you got. And then that's the other thing, guys. We've been fighting this guy for like 20 minutes, and we got 10,000 souls at 200 souls a level. So, you know, for me, I'm just like, who cares? Either way, guys, with that, we're going to jump on over to Charlotte's Hidden Grave. Once again, I do apologize. And I try to remind people, too, like, you know, I got to go through and take notes and then do these episodes. So I got to do all this shit twice, guys. So please bear with me. I know no one wants to hear it. Trust me, I don't feel like bitching, but this shit's fucking annoying. It's repetitive. It's a chore, and we're trying to play a game. That's how I look at it. But that's another one down. I mean, so you got your first one here. Then you got the one over here. We're going to have one in Charlotte's Hidden Grave, which this one's easy as fuck. We get to stand on top of the cliff, throw some jars, and kill them. Like 5 jars. It's really cool. So that's nice and simple. And then aside from that, we got one over here on the way to Shadow Keep. Then there's a little hidden area that's got like 3 we have to fight all at once, and then you got 1 at the end. So the good news is you don't have to fight them all the time. You know, there's usually like 1, maybe 2 in each region, and then, you know, we'll probably be going after them first because they are such a headache. And then you also got to remember, as we find other weapons and other things, we're gonna have better ways to fight them, you know, as time comes. Although the dual axe wasn't bad, I think that was the best method yet as far as breaking his stance. But when he's shooting all that shit at the top of his head, you can't see the attacks. It's frustrating. But either way, guys, with that, we are going to wrap on up. So next episode will be Charlotte's Hidden Grave. We should easily be able to knock all this out in 1 episode. And then after that, we will be set up and ready to jump on into Castle Insis, and then, you know, move into our next real main region. So y'all stay tuned. We'll catch you back here shortly.